The first game, Touhou Blooming Chaos. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have any English translation, so you're gonna have to play this game in Chinese. The game is pretty much like Touhou main game, except you can move around in 360 degrees. The game is pretty much like an RPG game where you have to fight through each room until you find the boss. In order to use the bomb, you need to have more than 100, you need to have at least 200 power, because using bomb requires 100 power to be used. Actually, it's not entirely bomb, just like main Touhou game. It just creates a barrier at where you stand, which any bullets cannot pass through. You can press shift to lock on the direction and to slowly move, just like the main game as well. Yep, everything is just like the main game except that it's in 360 degrees, meaning that it's still bullet hell, but you have to dodge all the bullets from all directions. Personally, I think it would be much more better and more interesting to play if they do a English patch. Now this is the boss, I think. And I don't think that is supposed to be the first boss. I'm pretty sure she's like the last boss of the game. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, there is Touhou Blooming Chaos 2, which is completely different from the first game. I have seen some people complain that this game only have a story for Shirino, which I do agree. If you, I know it's a main story from Shirino's doing, but if you play other character, it should supposed to be at least the same. At least you have to put the same dialogue. But nah, they just didn't put anything. Only Shirino would have story. Well, but it's not that important to the gameplay anyway. And yes, there are DLCs which you can choose to play many OP characters. And the third DLC, which is a MILF pack. As well as the clothes, the equipment to unlock the skin. The game has a really good soundtracks and gameplay mechanics. Unfortunately, although the game mechanics seems pretty interesting, you have to unlock the previous difficulty in order to play the harder difficulty, which is quite annoying because the first one has a 12 floors, and each floor contains many rooms. I think it's 7 or 8 at least, and it seems like they have learned from the previous game. They have made this one more easier, and by easier I don't mean that the lace bullet. I mean just like you get OP from the equipment and more dynamic, easier to dodge the bullet. This second game is more like RPG than the first game, and then Touhou. You have to grind the same, just like just like dungeon crawling, right? Play the same stage again, and then you grinding all the way. The other thing I don't like about this game is that it has a slightly fan services, which Asian. I can't just say Japanese anymore. This is developed by Chinese developer, so I'm just gonna say Asians. Well, the game just doesn't have like the 3 difficulties. You can have a challenge just for yourself, just like this kind of mode, like one hit kill for yourself, a random characters in each floor, which contain characters from DLC which you don't even own. But that means even if you don't buy their DLCs, you can still have a chance to play some. But then again, in order to use the currency, the gold coins, to play the challenge modes, you still need to grind. But it's not that hard to grind. You just one run and you get at least 3 silver coins, and then at least 3 or 4 gold coins. What the heck did I just say? The another reason that I love the game is that it's very cute art and many aspects. Also, this is the truly game that the bosses doesn't like the other bosses, because your playable bosses is actually the boss. It's not. It doesn't get nerfed. It didn't get nerfed anything. Yes, you can play Flandre as well, very OP. Now the next game from the same developer again, which still in the cute art styles and many aspects, Touhou Mysterious Izakaya. Now this game is pretty different from the previous two and main Touhou game, because this is like the restaurant management game. You get to buy ingredients to make the foods for your food carts or your restaurants. When I first buying this, I didn't expect that it would be fun, because I don't kind of person who play restaurant management game. But as I play more and more, I think it's getting more fun when you have the customers busy at your door. The special customers, which is the characters from the main game, doesn't have the specific food they like to order, but instead they will give you a hint, which you then need to figure it out. That's why the game is more challenging and much more fun and different from those food management games. It starts slowly at first, doesn't quite pretty quite boring back then, but then it gets better and better. I would like to buy the 2 DLCs. And of course, since it's the same developer from Touhou Blooming Second, there's gonna be a slightly, or maybe just this fucking single picture of fan service, which I find that what the fuck do you need to do it? Asian, can you just have like all cute and then goes off? Now the last game is Touhou Monster TD. And yes, just like the name suggests, this is a tower defense game. Personally, I grew up with Warcraft and Dota. Yeah, I have a fun a little bit of playing tower defense game, even though not much, but still favorable more than any other game. The thing that draws me into the thing that drew me into this game is not the gameplay, not the name, not Touhou, is because the cute art style. The gameplay, you know, tower defense, right? Instead of just use the OP unit, the tower, to Unga Bunga all the way to to finish the stage. But no, this game doesn't. This is like slightly Arcanite. It said that it's not cancelled like Arcanite. Well, don't get me wrong, I do like Arcanite, but I think they need to offer more than just what they're doing, you know. And what the cancer one is, you know, I don't want to use cancer, but when I came back around 2 or 3 months ago, I find the stage that fucking boss was so OP that he one-shot all my other units. If you don't have Surtur or any OP operator, you use that chance. Well, Killsteve is making his fist ready to punch me right now, but you know, for real. Oh yeah, I remember the fucking dragon. Yeah, the fucking dragon with the whole ass, eat the whole ass half of the map. The Killsteve needs to use one Surtur. But I think I remember there is some YouTuber that made that stage, finished that stage without using any 5 stars operators or both, which is I find it impressive. But still, it's so fucking cancer. I'm not gonna waste my brain cells for that. Anyway, back to the Touhou Master TD. Instead of Unga Bunga through all the way with OP units, at first you like think like, oh, this is so easy because the character, the Tower Master, can use the skill and attack the mobs. But as the wave goes more and more, you will see that fuck, I shouldn't have done this, or oh shit, it's not this way. Oh shit, it's not this way. Fuck. Don't let your guard down and bring up your brain cells, because this is gonna need more than just Unga Bunga all the way. And since all the maps has already been updated to the final contents, they still they still added more, which is the endless game mode or boss rush mode, which both of them are roguelike features. I find it very fun to do. Personally, I have no complaint for this game, except that the translation is, well, you know, it's not very good like Touhou Mr. Isakaya, so it's gonna be wank, and it pretty much like Google Translator. But if they could get a proper translation, I think this will be a solid game. And I heard that they are doing a new game right now. I hope that it will be like Vampire Survivor. The game has a slightly fan services, which, you know, it's acceptable. It's not like any too revealing or too lewd. Thank you for watching. See you next video. And if you find any spin-off Touhou games that is fun to play, just similar to this game, please feel free to share, because I would like to play as well. Thank you. See you next video. Bye.